fun doing it. I mean, I'm not a serious guy. I love to have fun because I think that's the best way to learn. If you're having fun, man, you're giving your best, because if you're happy and having fun, man, we all want to do that as hard as we can. So you should have fun doing everything. So you're giving more every single day instead of just being a miserable son of a bitch because life is beating you up. Well, it's going to beat you up whether you're having fun or not. So you might as well have fun. Fuck it. That's what I always say. And I think it's true, because you give your best. If you're having a good time, right? You're using so much more and giving so much more to other people. Yeah, that's why I dress like this. I go out every day, and when I take my Constitution, I walk about 6-7 miles a day, and then go to the gym for a little bit to see if I can pick up anything. I mean, in weight wise, in waist, but boy, it's having fun. And when I walk down the street and people smile at me and whatever, man, I mean, I have nothing better to do in my life. And that's why even now, I mean, helping people find solutions to their financial problems, man, I have nothing better to do in my life. I'll use as many hours in the day as I can to do this every day. I mean, I don't know what difference between a Saturday and a Monday or whatever, because this is what I want to do. And I don't have a whole lot of time left. I'm not 20, 30, 40, 50. Man, I'm 80. I'm going to be 81 soon. And so it's the sand is pouring out of the hourglass. And so I want to help as many people as I can while I'm here. And who knows what evil lurks in the heart of men. And if you're old enough to remember Lamont Cranston, but most of you, I'm sure, are not. But there's a lot of, there's a big article in the paper today about retirement, and that Social Security is going to start losing money free. We're going to do something different with that. We have to. So things are going to change. So you might as well get, and actually now I'm working, and I've been working even when I started collecting Social Security. So what I do with most of my Social Security, not all of it, I'm a little selfish too. I give it to a community college to use as scholarship money for single moms. I think they're the backbone of our country, man. If we don't have these single moms taking care of kids, and for a little money, they can go to get a degree and start earning money for the rest of their life and things like that. And actually you can now too as a senior. I mean, that's another thing. I feel you worried about Social Security, man. I don't. I give my Social Security back because I don't know why they're giving it to me. I don't need it. There's so many people that do need that money, and that's important. And you worry about the future of your future and what it's going to do, and you worry about it. Well, start getting a skill. I mean, you can work full time and then go out and go to what's called a career one-stop center. Okay, you could go there and pick, you want to get into computers, because see, the work nowadays, I mean, when I grew up, people retired early because everybody's working in a factory, making cars and steel, and they made good money, 100 grand a year or more, and single dads, yeah, same way you do. But you go back and get that skill, even part-time while you're working, whatever the hell you're doing now. Because in a few months you can have a skill that's really manageable and doesn't require lifting up cars or steel or anything like that, and earn money and see if you can do something you really want to do. Man, you want to be a teacher, man, wouldn't that be great? So you go back and get that training for free. Anything you want to do, you want to be a massage therapist or whatever, do something that is not work anymore. I haven't worked in 40 years. At least, well, what the hell am I, 80? No, more than that. My 30s, when I was starting to do everything everybody told me to do and was failing, I said, fuck this. I'm not going to have a miserable time hoping I'll make some money 30, 40 years from now. No, working in a Starbucks and studying videography at the same, wonderful, good for you. And that's it. See, that's a skill you have forever. And if you like doing it, man, then you'll do it better than anybody else. Because if you're having fun doing something, you're going to outwork the person next to you who's there like he's going to the dentist. And that's why people hate their job, and they get sick and aside because they hate their job. You find something what you do, man. I can't wait to get up every morning and do this, man. This is playing golf. This is going to Disneyland every day. To me, boy, that's a selfish life. Yes, but if you're contributing, then it's not. And that's it. So that's why it's a win-win-win-win. Are there any programs for college graduation who couldn't? Yes, man. And actually, you could create your own job. You could go to SBDC. America's SBDC.org. Make an appointment with they're a mentor, a business counselor. So start your own business. So you can start a business. You don't need money to start a business. You need skill. You need a customer. They'll help you show you how to get customers without any money. Start getting income, or even the gig economy is a good way to start something like this, because you get. They have you get customers. The gig economy gives you customers, but you don't have a boss, and that's the main thing about being having your own business. You don't have a boss. Man, I work for an asshole. I'll tell you the truth, he beats the hell out of me. That's me. Sometimes you're the worst boss to yourself because you beat yourself up when you're not doing it. Hey, you're not working hard enough. Like, oh, this is going to fail. This, all that kind of stuff. So that's right. I can't go out with you today because my boss won't let me. That's one and the same. But it's control your life. I think it's another thing. You're working for somebody, trying to please somebody else. You can't even please. Man, I've been living with this lady for 40 years and still trying to figure out how to please her. Because we all speak English, but boy, you got to speak from the heart, and that's it. And even choosing the big decisions in life, you got to use your heart, not your brain, because then you're there for another reason. You don't really want to be there. You think this is logical and makes sense, and somebody told me to do this, but your heart isn't there. If your heart is there, man, you're going to stay there no matter what happens. You want to do that. That's how things happen. Being your own boss can be hard, but you always push yourself hard. You're right. It's just the way to exit. You're right. You push yourself and you grow better. I think we're all organic. We're all like plants. That we have to sit in the right pot to be able to grow. Otherwise, we're not going to grow if we're in a pot they're not big enough, or it's too big, or whatever. That plant is going to die if it's not in the right pot. So you're a plant. I'm a plant. We're all God's children are plants, and we got to find the right pot to do. And everybody's forcing us to go in a pot that somebody else wants us to be there. Well, if somebody else wants to be there, you don't want to be there. That's not the right pot. And so, you can't do this overnight or whatever, but you can plan. You can try to do it. You do little steps at a time while you're doing this other thing, because you have to take care of yourself first. If you don't take care of yourself, then you're burdened on society and friends and everything. So most all of us are smart enough to take care of ourselves first. So you do that, you get income coming in. That's another reason why the gig economy is so important, because that's a way you can make at least enough spending money to get by while you figure out this other stuff and have money coming in, while you figure out what the hell you really want to do in life. And that's what's important, I think, because then you'll use the best part of you. You'll use as much as you could give, and that's it. You don't want to love a little, right? It's fun to love so hard, and with our talents too. It's to give our talents so hard. I mean, you see these. These artists and singers and dancers, they get out and they work their heart off, right? Because they just want to do that more than anything else in the world. I hear we had a porch fest, we called it, where I live in the community, Adams Morgan in Washington, D.C., and in a condo building with 70 condos in here, and we got 4 rock and roll bands, and I sort of manage this kind of stuff to bring people together. So I got 4 bands here on Saturday, but it was raining and only 2 showed up. But man, these people, and they're not getting paid to play here, and instead of playing an hour a piece, they played 2 hours a piece, and I couldn't get them off the stage. I said, the other people are coming, you got to leave. You're doing what you want to do, man. And the time just flies. You're there somewhere. I mean, like sitting in class, an English class. Oh shit! And I hate having a clock up there. I remember this Jesuit prep school I went to for a while. They had a sign underneath the clock. So when you look at it, there's a sign that it says Time will pass, but will you? And that was me. I was a terrible student. Wants to start a business. What can you do to get? You want anybody can start a business. Grandson, you can start. My kids start a business at 12, 13 years old. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be incorporated. You don't need to be LLC. You don't need to be legal stuff. You just need a customer and sell something that they need. You want to cut their lawn, whatever the hell it is, and you're in business. And if you're worried about any of that stuff, then you can get free help to do that. And that's that America's SBDC. If you go to americassbdc.org, do not use anything with the .com unless you really know what you're doing. You've been doing this for years and years and whatever. And then you could tell. Otherwise, you won't be able to tell. You'll get stuff in Google. All these people will try to get money out of you, and it's like coming to a gunfight with a BB shooter or something, or a rubber band. You can't match these people. They're too good at getting your money. So you stay away from there. Just go to websites that are .gov or .org. And the one here for business is America's, AMERICAS, and then SBDC.org. Call them up, make an appointment. That's one-on-one help. You go to Google, somebody's going to charge you $200 an hour for one-on-one help or whatever. No, this is free. They do it all day. They help people like you all day. That's what you want. You want to talk to people, help people for free all day long because they've seen it come and go. Who does it? Everything. So they're the ones. And you don't just talk to one. You talk to more than one because you could call more. You find more than one. You could find, like where I live, I put in the zip code and I get, I think it's 24 organizations that are nonprofit that help people for free start or expand any kind of business. Doesn't matter what kind of business it is, and it's important. Let me go through some lists and let me put it in, and I'll put this in the, you know what I mean, in the description. That's what it is. Now, where are you, little star? Okay, here's. Okay, there's a bunch of things here I want to make sure you know about. Okay, for the members, let me in the chat. I'm going to put this in the chat. By the way, Let's Go Help members. A couple of things I want to keep apologizing for our accounting system and membership. We're still trying to straighten this out. We had a big blow about 6 weeks ago. We haven't put all the pieces Humpty Dumpty back together again yet. So it's all screwed up. If we mess up with your bill or anything like that, just tell us. We'll refund no matter what. We got hit with a Stripe. It's a big Fortune 500 company that helps people with credit cards, and we've been using them 10 years. 20 years, something, a long time. And all of a sudden, you have to leave in 2 weeks because I never understood it. And they had some bullshit answer. Don't really know. I think it's the fact that I tell people they could use something for free. I don't know, but we have customers are wonderful, and I'm not scamming anybody because I give everybody their money back. You don't think I'm, if I lied to you, man, you got the money back. You don't even have to tell me why. I don't. I just want to teach people as much as possible about what's out there for them to take advantage of, and they help their lives. So they ripped this thing up. So we have thousands and thousands of members, and they all have different ending and start dates for all their subscriptions, and we had to find someone else to take that data to start processing it. Well, we found somebody said they can do it, but what they're doing is not too good. And so we're trying to put together this can of spaghetti that we have now. So we're screwing up, I'm sure, in a lot of things. So please be kind to us. We're trying as hard as we can, and we'll make good on everything. The most important thing is you get the help you need, and that's what we want to do. And we have more help that people don't know about, too. If you belong to Let's Go Help, man, you get unlimited personal help. Now, what's the personal help? Well, I don't fly out and sit and have dinner with you. I can't do that at $20. And what you do, though, is ask questions. Now, there's 2 platforms. When you join, you get a membership to our closed Facebook group, and Let's Go Help 2. Now, Let's Go Help 2, we're sort of moving over there. So that's a place to try to get to if you can, because most of the stuff is happening there now. But the other place will service just as long as people are there. So don't worry about it. But both places you could leave a question. In Let's Go Help 2, there's something called a question corner. You put a question there and we answer. Usually within 24 hours or so, you'll get an answer. Maybe it'll take 48, depends. And that's just one place. The other place is download your state mini grant reports. Every state, we have a report that has 500 mini grants for your state. Need dental care? Lots, but it takes work. Okay, so when you download your mini grant report, you'll get a state-by-state listing of all the grants in your state. And there's a section on housing, there's a section on paying your bills, there's a section on starting a business, there's a section on getting an education, there's a section on getting a job, there's a section on health care, section on dental care for your state. So it's all down, I say, housing, buying a house, fix-upping a house. List the programs in your state for those things. So that's what you want to download is first on that. Then in addition to that, we have something called Let's Go Meta Grant Report. Okay, that's a report that's my cheat sheet for getting answers for people. Okay, and hiya, Joey. And you download that because you see that's about 60, 70 pages of all the sources for special problems you have. You know, when you need money for a car or fix a roof, and it takes you step-by-step video training sources, the links there. Don't forget, every source that we give you are only websites that give you money or give you free help. None of the websites we have there are going to ask you for money. That's why you have to stay away from Google. Because if you have money, God bless you, go to Google and spend your heart out. But if you don't, you're just going to get trapped in spending money on something you didn't have to, you know. And also, what's worse is that you get ripped off because so many people out there use Google and they're just scammers. They're not really even legitimate programs. Hiya, Teresa. Thanks for putting up the question corner. Teresa, are you helping others? Like, you want to go live? I don't know. You talked to Wendy or Misty about that? I mean, you may be doing it. I can't keep track of everything, unfortunately. But you've been a delight for so long, and I just hope it's not your fault, man. It's another company. Yeah, but I just I don't want the people who believe in this and we hurt them by accident. I have a nonprofit, never been able to get a grant. Well, Jim, we have a report. If you go on top of that 500, on Let's Go Help 2, you put in the search, put 500, and then it'll come up about all the 500 programs for every state. But on top of that is my Let's Go Meta Grant Report. And in that Let's Go Meta Grant Report is where you can get download a report on the best sources for getting grants for nonprofits. Okay, it's all right there. Actually, what you should do, Jim, is also look at item number 3. Item number 5. I'm sorry, item number 5 in Let's Go Meta Grant Report, and make an appointment with a local mentor, organizational mentors, and they're if you go SBA, SBA.gov/local-assistance. Okay, SBA.gov's local-assistance. Go there, put in your zip code, and talk to 2 or 3. Make appointments with us, 2 or 3 of those free mentors there that'll help you start any kind of organization. Okay, and they'll help you find the money programs and everything, and go through our list too. But first thing, make that appointment. Okay, make 2 or 3 of them so you talk to people and get a more than one input on what may be out there. I'm a team. What do I do successfully to do with my money? Let's say you only have $500, what you would do from the start to be successful and earn money. Well, put that money in the bank and don't touch it. That's what you do with that $500. And then start learning how to, you don't need money to make more money. You're a teenager, like my kids got a flyer and they called it, "We Can Do That." And there were kids, high school, whatever. And they went around and, and they just put flyers on people's doorknobs or whatever. and they make 3, 4, $500, just in a couple of days of work. You can't do that anywhere else, and their own boss. And I said, you have a $500,000 business. You start hiring your friends, they do it, and you charge a little more than if it was you for the management fee. And you have a whole business. You don't need an LLC. You don't need to worry about anybody, government coming after you. No, don't worry. Just start doing something, and you can do that. Actually, the special, and the same thing when I put SBA.com/local assistance, you could use that too. Call them up and say you're a teenager and need help starting some kind of service business. You don't know what to do. You're not sure how to do it. Can you help me do that? Yes, they can. And if one says no, you go to another one, because they should. They just don't. You probably get discriminated against because you're a teen. and that's important. Don't feel discriminated. This is America, where everybody has the right to do this. Look at, Trump's amazing, but his rights, man, he just gets his rights no matter what. He feels he's discriminated. Man, this guy's the most privileged person in the world. Feels discriminated against. It's incredible. Well, anyway, that's right. This is what we live in. And actually Donald Trump made his fortune by starting with government programs. That's his dad's business, was all getting government grants for real estate. He still gets government grants. And now what Trump does, he not only gets government grants, but he doesn't even pay taxes. So he's got to come in and go, and that's sort of interesting. I reside in Illinois. What should I go to get rental assistance? Okay. For Illinois or for anywhere, what you do is you go to item number 3 in the Let's Go Meta Grant report, and you'll see a listing there about paying bills and expenses, okay? And then there's a major website called ncsha.org, okay? ncsha.org. Okay, go start there and look for rental payment assistance, okay? Emergency rental assistance, I think that's what it is. And they have a state-by-state listing of the programs for emergency rental assistance, okay? And then you call your state program, okay? They may or may not have money, because this is a national program that started with COVID, and a lot of states are running out of that money, but check there first to make sure, okay? And that's important to do. Okay, then when you get there, and if they say no, ask them where else to go, okay? And see, that's how you get money. That's how you get anything. That's how you get a job. That's how you get a customer. When somebody says no, well, then you ask them, hey, where else can I go? Where else? Suggestions that way. And for grants, it's really good. It works better there than anything else. The other thing you do is then go to Find Help, FINDHELP. You have to know how to spell. Let's go. findhelp.org, okay, and findhelp.org, okay. Now you put in your zip code when you go to findhelp.org. Then you put in the word grant when it can tell you what you need money for. What do you do with money? Okay, and then when you do that, you'll see, like where I am, I'll get 70 or 80 nonprofit organizations that help people with grants. And that money is continually, and just maybe for certain people. So you have to start calling. And you just start at the top of the list and say, hey, do you have money for me? I need money for grants. And if they say no, then you say, hey, where else do you think? See, these people are the best for you to contact. To find this kind of stuff, because they're in the business. They help people like you every day. You don't want to go to your friend. You want to go to your relatives or whatever. They don't help people with grant problems. These people get 100 people like you calling them every day. So they know a lot more than anyone else you'll ever find. And they're the people you want to talk to. Somebody's in the business, like a plumber. You want to talk to somebody who fixed 100 toilets, not somebody, oh yeah, I think I know how to do that. Well, maybe, but you really want somebody who's been there before. That's how you get the real help. That they figure out all the bad shit, because otherwise you have to go up the learning curve and figure out the bad. 211 is the same kind of thing. Problem with 211, many people, am I saying out of funding for rental? Well, that may be just the one major program. Go and find the whole list, Alenia, of all the people in your area that have rental assistance. I mean, it's not just going to, maybe you live in an outlying area, it is, but make sure that you put in, you don't call 211, you go to, you get the listing of organizations, because people can't, who are the people, the operators, can't know the details of what's happening with rent money where you live. There's just too many opportunities. So please, please try that. Make sure that you go to find help, because you get trapped into calling 211. So that's why you better go to findhelp and .org. Put in your zip code. What is your zip code, Alenia? Tell me your zip code, okay? Write it down there. So let me, and I'll take a look and send you a link right now, okay? 75052, okay? 75052. Okay, so I'm going to go to findhelp.org. Oh, I know. I'm going to do this. I'm going to share, okay? Let's share the screen. Okay, so you can see me do this. Okay, so here, findhelp.org. Right here, I'm going to put 75052. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to put a rent. See what we, okay, Alenia, see here, 91 organizations in the zip code where you live. 91. Have you talked to 91 organizations? No, you probably haven't. Okay, but here they are, and their names and addresses and everything, and they're now open. You could call them. I mean, that's what you have to do. Unfortunately, there's not an easier way. And if you call one or two people and they say there's no money, that does not mean there's no money. Okay, so please, 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 Alenia, please, please, please take your time, start calling those people, be very nice when you talk to them on the phone. Charity and Teresa Graham and myself have been the victims of cybercrime. What do you suggest? Cybercrime, wow, I guess it depends on what kind of crime it is, but the two places I would talk to, particularly, they probably took money from you. So people take money from you, you want to go two places. One is Helena, okay, yes, sir. One is Consumer Finance. Consumerfinance.gov and file a complaint. Maybe they could track them down. You don't know for sure, okay? So but you have to file a complaint. And then you want to go to, let's see, Find My AG. Okay, right. Okay, now you want to contact your local attorney general's office. They do this all the time, okay? So you're not the only person to do this. And they will tell you rights and all this kind of stuff and the possibilities of what you made. So you go to that website and you put in your state, and your attorney general is what you want for your state. And you file a complaint. You have to file a complaint, because that there you have an opportunity to help other people. Hi, Michelle. So, I was going to go on last night, and I see you were there, and it's so nice. You saved me. You're helping people. And what I did, I just went live on Facebook, and I told everybody to go over and see you. But yeah, you want to do that and get that help. Okay, listen, I'm going to put in this list of, did I put it in already? Hello. What is the correct best wording when asking for home repairs? Just say, I need help. That's all you have to know. Okay, and then if you have our report on home repairs, then just start on that. The other way to start is by going findhelp.org and put in your zip code and then home repair. And you start calling. You call everybody in there. I mean, there's probably going to be 30, 40 people, But as long as there's people possibilities, then you're still in the game. you're out of the game when you think there's no other possibilities, and there are possibilities. And you'll learn as you go talking to them. Okay, if it's not that important for you, then yes, okay, maybe you have something more important to do. That's fine. We all have to arrange our priorities, what's important for us. Okay, but if you really want to get this done, if it doesn't come easily, then it's going to come hard. And it's going to take more work than you thought it was going to be, but it's still that possibility. The worst thing people do is stop. Sometimes it's necessary, but most of the time it's not. They're just lazy and they don't know where to go. And that's what we do. We love telling people where to go. Launching a never been done before YouTube AI SEO coaching course system. As a Let's Go member, I have a great idea to work with you in also helping your Let's Go members. Part of the idea and live course training is I do my shoulder. Let's Go case study. Oh, that's great. Let's Go, please reach out to me, and I'd love to share my idea. No, it sounds great, Frank. Just do it. You don't need me to do it. If you want to do it to people and us, I mean, but Let's Go Help is not for anybody to try to sell anything. We're only here. Every website we give, you get free help. And I am actually very leery of people they may be given it free here, but they're getting the names to sell somewhere else and to sell something else to them. Using assistance or help rather than grants is the best correct. Yes, Gina, and that just disarms people better, because if you ask for a grant, they may not have grants, but they have help to give you that could help you point in the right way. So that's why it's they hate to disappoint people. We all hate to disappoint people, but we want to help them. So if you say you have a grant, I could help you by saying the wrong place for a grant. We don't help that. So that's why then you miss all the other stuff they have. So that's why you just say, hey, I got this problem. I wonder if you could help me or point me in a way to help. And that's how you do it, because then you get the most out of that. Please reach out to me. I share my idea and stuff. Well, so that would be my only concern. Here, I mean, I believe in AI. I think AI is the best place to find out about government programs, because there's no bullshit advertising yet. When it gets too popular, they're going to figure out a way to advertise, and you won't be able to tell the real stuff from the. Somebody's selling you something. I'll catch and replay when it's ready. Everyone have a true. Okay, Juan. Thank you, Amber. And it's but it's important. Yes. Well, if you see people online or looking for something, and tell them, hey, try this. And I mean, they're members. Tell members, give advice to members on how to use AI to get their stuff. But again, if it's to get names to sell them something, then that I don't want to be there, because again, I'm trying to make this a safe place where people don't have to spend money to get help. After $20, you could get everything you want. I don't even have upsells or anything like that. So I'm really trying to say, the winners vote. Good morning. Were the winners of May 4th? I doubt it. Oh, in May, yeah. Oh, no. It'll take 2-3 weeks, Alicia, for the winners to be posted. Again, we just stopped that. So, so it takes a while for that to get in. Oh, here's another thing I want to talk. Let me put this in the link again here. I think if I have it, did I paste this in? I don't see it. Here's some links to the new. Okay, where are you, little star? Okay, we're here. Okay, here's some things I want to Yeah, well, keep on me with the AI stuff because I really believe people should know that because it gets you out of Google, it gets you the right information. Every time I use it, AI to finally, I put in, okay, give me all the grants to pay my bills, to help pay my bills in Pennsylvania, but also say I want nonprofit organizations or government offices. They're right on target. Everything there. I mean, they're certainly missing some things, but the kinds of things nobody's selling you any shit. Like you do that to Google, you get 2 billion websites, and most everyone will be selling you something. Working on being on disability. Can you get advice from me? Yes, Teresa. You go to findhelp.org and put in disability or put in legal, and you'll find legal help on how to do this, free legal help on how to do this, okay? And that's very important, okay? Where was I before? Yeah, I just put in a listing. I want to go through this list of grants I have here for April 7th, May 7th grant. Okay, down at the bottom, this is an interesting thing. It's called dollar4.org, dollarfor.org. Great organization. From what I can tell, they're a nonprofit. You don't have to pay them. And what they do is they show you how to get your hospital bills paid for by government programs. And they do the work for you. They have a lot of it all online over there. Because, see, there's like so many hospitals don't tell people that they don't have to pay the bill. Of course, they want to get the money, right? When in fact, by law, they have to, for certain incomes, and the income is high. I mean, it could be $50,000, $60,000 or more, that you don't have to pay your hospital bill, okay? And it's the law. I mean, and there's studies now, like I think it was Oregon or Washington State, where they did an investigation in the hospitals. They're going to start putting these people in jail for not telling people they don't have to pay. And so this is what's going on all over the country. So this organization is trying to solve that problem. So you go to dollarfor.org, and they help you with your hospital debt for free. See, only thing I want to recommend is only people that have no incentive to get money from you, that everything is free. There's enough people. See, people use little freebies to attract you, and then they really rotten your name to eventually sell you something. So I don't want to be involved in that. It's just pure giving. I know I'm not, because I charge, but in fact, the hospital dollar people, they can't pay their bill. They help me. Oh, wonderful. I had a complete A form, but just call the hospital billing department. Yeah, see, that's it. Well, that's what these people do, and they have it for every state who to do. You're right. Start with your hospital, and then if they don't, then go to the state, because call other people to do it, because the hospital may not be smart enough to do this, or they're too cagey and getting away with it. I have a good insurance. I know better to get into the medical bill trap. Mine's all the something. And just not getting any bites. Wait, I have good insurance. I know better to get into the medical bill trap. Mine's all the same thing, just not getting any bites. Not sure what that last sentence means, Constance, but I know you do. So, okay, so find help. I mean, $1.04. Okay, then another thing, I saw that I read an article today that people can't find childcare, and there's some startup companies that are doing databases for states on how people can find childcare, because a lot of childcare are not sophisticated companies, of people taking care of people in their homes and things like that. So people can't find childcare. So databases are being set up around the country to help more people find childcare, because there's a lot of empty vacancies and people aren't using them. Okay, so they're trying to, and that's a good thing for technology. But here, if you need childcare, particularly help with childcare, this government website, Childcare Aware. Okay, and it goes by state, and they'll show you all the programs in your state, to pay for childcare. Okay. They're the two things I really wanted to do. Listen, guys, I got to go and exercise. I appreciate every one of you who are here because you're saying that maybe what we give is so important. I know it is, but I know it doesn't always look that way from the consumer point because it takes some effort. That's why I am so proud that we only charge $20. I mean, I should charge 2,000 for stuff like this because rich people will pay it. But I want to make sure the people who need this money get it. And that's the biggest crime in our country, I feel. There's too many people who don't need and get it. And we have so many people that do need and they don't get it. So please, you're doing me a favor by letting me help you. And you grow my heart. Every time I help somebody, my heart feels so much better. And it's nothing I'm doing. These are programs that are out there for anybody. So I don't feel, well, you know what I mean. And but the way you treat me has just been so glorious. This is the best times in my life. I can't imagine. I never imagined anything like this would happen to me, and it is the way. And even when I'm walking down the street or what you guys say, it is. It's a real charmed life, and I'm very grateful every second. So thank you very much. Now I got to go exercise. Yes. Actually, it's good. Thank you, guys.